This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, it might be too little too late, but the Rangers will definitely take it. 4 home runs and a 10-4 win as the Rangers routed the AL Best Blue Jays to avoid the broom, with Nathan Eovaldi lowering the boom, literally with a dominant start. Big game Nate coming through again when they needed him most. Big win for the Rangers, and who knows, maybe in this one today they're turning over a new maple leaf by blowing out the Blue Jays 10-4. All right, here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for watching the Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That is where you'll find the great work of Bryce Paterick every single day. And I know Bryce will have a lot to say about this one today. He'll have some good things to talk about for sure. And of course, the entire weekend. But had to get this one today for sure. Rangers need wins, and good to see that they were able to bounce back and leave Toronto on a positive note with this win. All right, a lot of you have already jumped in. We're going to hear from you coming up via the comment crew. We've got some injury notes and some updates, and we'll look ahead to the series with the Royals. But right now, here we go.
This is what you'll be talking about.
All right, well, 4 losses in a row. So how would things go on a Sunday in Toronto? Well, kind of a tough start. Wyatt Langford picked off at first base in the top of the first. Or how about Jonah Heim called out trying to stretch a single into a double in the third. Got his hand off briefly. That was tough. But hey, how nice was it to see Marcus Semien back? Only missed 1 game, but hit by a pitch. You weren't sure what was going on with that after the x-rays, but even though he was still hurting today, got back in there, and he looked great in the top of the second, drilling another 2-run home run to left, just like Friday night, and that put the Rangers up 2-0 early. And again, you get out to that kind of a start with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound, you're probably going to have some good things go your way, and it's going to be a good day. And that's what happened for sure. So 2-0 Rangers. Unfortunately, Toronto would answer in the bottom of the second with a solo shot from Alejandro Captain Kirk. That made it 2-1. But how about Marcus and the Rangers with their big 2-out rally in the top of the fourth? Marcus got it started with a 2-out double to right, and then he scored on another RBI single for Jake Berger. He had 2 yesterday, and then it was Jonah Heim time. We haven't heard a lot from Jonah Heim. Good to see him getting back into it a little bit. Jonah going back to Nineveh with a 2-run single. That made it 5-1. Again, all with 2 outs. And then with 3, it went to 3 outs because Josh Smith was thrown out trying to stretch out a single into a double. Also, though, in that rally, nice to see newly called up Cody Friedman get a 2-out double as well. I know Bryce has been talking about Cody for a while. I mean, this guy said this the other day, really, since he was sent back down to Round Rock, has been raking. I mean, just hitting the cover off the ball. Little surprised it's taken so long to get him back up here, but he's hot. Hopefully, once he kind of gets settled, he'll be able to be a factor and just give this team just a little bit more to help them win some games here down the stretch. So it had been a silent series for Seager. Corey Seager, kind of quiet, but not today. Top of the 5th, Corey ripped an Oppo solo home run to left just found the corner. Just it was like a golf shot, and that made it 6-1. I'll tell you what, we saw Vlad Guerrero Jr. go deep, but his dad, Vlad Senior, who of course finished his career with the Rangers, without a doubt, one of the best, if not one of the best hitters I've seen in my lifetime. But he could, Corey didn't golf it like Vlad used to do, but Vlad Senior, he could hit balls that were like 2 inches off the ground and literally hit them out of the ballpark. Anyway, after blowing the 5-2 lead on Friday night, Wyatt Langford made sure to provide some extra insurance with a 2-run blast of his own in the top of the 6th. That made it 8-1. You're thinking, okay, 8-1. But then Vlad Guerrero hit his home run off of Nate in the bottom of the 6th for Nathan Eovaldi today. 7 innings, 2 runs, 2 solo home runs, no walks again for Nate, and the 6th strikeout too is great. Awesome. What a season he's having. I hope that he can finish it strong. And boy, wouldn't it be great if the Rangers didn't waste his season and everybody else's and were able to get hot here down the stretch. After the Jays cut the lead in half, got things a little bit nervous when George Springer went deep in the 8th. The Rangers came right back in the top of the 9th. Evan Carter with the 2-run blast to right center. That put the Rangers up 10-4. And finally, he could exhale a little bit. The bottom of the 9th, Sean Armstrong, who I think was it May? I think starting in May, maybe early June. That guy should be the closer. Anyway, he looked good, got through the 9th, and the Rangers win it 10-4, and will now try to keep it going in Kansas City. 4 huge games coming up against the Royals with 37 left to go tomorrow night in the opener. A big opening series start for young Jack Leiter. But a big win today. Rangers really, really needed it. They'll have a good flight to KC. And again, big series tomorrow in Kansas City with the Royals. All right, when we come back, we are going to hear from you via the comment crew. That is coming up next. Rangers, though, get a big win, 10-4 in Toronto. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right, well, I want to tell you what they're doing over at Prize Picks. And here's the thing, when you're talking about Prize Picks, is that this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. And they are the daily fantasy platform that lets you turn your football predictions into real rewards. Preseason is already heating up, and college football is not far behind. So whether you've got your eye on big-name quarterbacks or breakout running backs, Prize Picks makes it easy to get in the game. And the one thing they have, I think, is really cool. The flex play option is a total game changer. Even when one of your picks misses, you can still double your money. So right now, download the Prize Picks app today and use code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 play. Prize Picks. Run your game. And as you know, August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day. It's a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL preseason predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week 1, even kicks off, this is your moment. So again, you can parlay your division winner with dark horses. I mean, it's really going to be a fun day. So look, visit the FanDuel app today. Start planning your futures bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. All right, it is great to be with you on this Sunday. Hope you have had a good day. I know it was a rough weekend baseball-wise, but a very nice finish today for the Rangers. Good to see them bounce back the way that they did, and they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto big, 10-4, 4 home runs, and again, another dominant start for Nathan Eovaldi. All right, we've got Soldier X getting in first. Very frustrating seeing what this offense is capable of, but refuses to do on a consistent basis. Fair point. This was the 9th double-digit outburst of the season, so not a lot for this team. And yet, I mean, again, you don't expect them to hit like this every single game, but for all of those games of 2 runs or 3 runs or 1 run or no runs, I mean, you look at the standings, and even if they had just a few more of those that went their way, that they would have done better, we'd be having a completely different conversation today. So that I'm with you with that frustration. TCG says, I told you 38-0 starting today. Yep, you did, TCG. You called your shot. So I'm gonna go with that. We're gonna keep that going. I like that. Mother Pig, welcome back. Great to see the bats come to life today. When you score 10 runs, you can survive a shaky bullpen. Yeah. And it's look, you got to give a little bit of credit to the Blue Jays. I mean, they're loaded. They're really good at home. They hit really well, and they're battling it out right now with Detroit. But man, if they could get home field advantage, they will be tough to beat in that dome. We'll see. They're a good team though. They're having a really good season. I always say it's all about the season, and just like the Mariners, they're having a great season. So Adam H says, great win today. It was great to see Jonah and Semien have great days at the plate. Yeah, no doubt. Laura Berry says, thrilled for a win, but I do not understand these guys. Laura, you don't. I don't. I don't think Bruce Bochy does. I don't think Chris Young does. I don't think Aaron Boone does. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, like I said, teams struggle, teams go through different issues, but for the most part, I would say, when you look at the season right now, I mean, 95% of it, if not more, has been the offense. I mean, this rotation and bullpen up until the last week pretty much gave them a chance to win every game. Every game. I mean, they had a chance. And I mean, that's really, I don't think we're doing it justice by saying that. I think we'll look back, and I think when they do a real deep dive on the season and the numbers, it's not going to be a good look for the offense, to say the least. Mark says, well, the Rangers actually won a game. Boy, and I'll tell you what, you guys are, I give you guys are not only smart and intelligent, and I don't say that with any, I'm not saying that talking down in any way. I mean that sincerely, equally. But man, I look at some of the other things online and some of the other things on X, and man, there's a lot of venom out there, a lot of anger, a lot of very, very, very upset Ranger fans. JC says, most bipolar Rangers team I've ever seen. Soldier X says, also, we need more Freeman in the lineup. He just provides energy, which this team has been lacking. I agree. Tamara says, Marcus Semien, Warrior. Yeah, no doubt. And, again, props to him. He, like everybody else, didn't get off to a great start, but to his credit, he found a way to get out of it and get back in his groove and back on his game, all the while playing Gold Glove caliber defense and showing up and battling through the worst of the worst. I have so much respect for him, and he is one of my favorites. You know what? I mean, you look at Semien and Seager at short, and even Josh Young at third. I've said this before. I think that is an awesome infield, and Berger has been better than we thought defensively. I mean, he's been injured this year, but when he's healthy, defensively, he's played really, really well at first base. Mark says, keep Freeman in the lineup. Same with Carter if he can stay healthy. This bullpen becoming trash, though. Yeah, it's a much different vibe for sure. I think it's number one, finally caught up, and I think two, they're playing good teams that are, this is the time of the year where, big league hitters they're locked in. I mean, they've played a lot of games, and the good teams know how to kind of wait you out and wait for you to make a mistake, and they do that. Resplendent Ace says, hopefully a strong step forward and not another stumble coming up. Yep. I mean, good win today, but Jack needs to set the tone tomorrow. And look, this Royals team, kind of similar with the Rangers. They have scuffled offensively. So this is an opportunity for sure. And only the guys know where they're at. But I mean, 37 games left to go. I mean, there's no more. Well, there's no more waiting around. It's do or die now. I mean, you're running out of games here, and you can't afford to keep falling further back in the wild card race. Mike says, one game at a time. Well said. Tamara says, trying to forget that the Royals swept the Rangers. Yeah, they did. They swept them here in Texas. You're right. Great point. Little payback there. I like it. Sean says, sweep of the Royals incoming, and we'll be back in it. John Mark says, good to see they avoided the sweep. Redhead says, spoiler roll can be fun. Astros getting curb stomped. Obvious Jay's offense carries them. We'll see how far that takes them. Yeah, that's true. Their bullpen is, I think, questionable for sure. And their rotation is okay. So it'll be a matter of clutch hits and opportune plays and good defense for sure for Toronto. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for getting in on this Sunday. I really appreciate it. I'll be back with you all four through Kansas City beginning tomorrow night. Don't forget, though, Bryce will be back tomorrow with his show, the Daily Locked On Rangers podcast. Be sure to check that out. If you can give us a like or a subscribe here, we would appreciate it. But really, again, can't do this show without you guys. Appreciate the love and the support. And, again, big win today. And let's see if they can keep it going. I mean, it's going to be a fun week. 4 with the Royals, and then, another huge series next weekend with the Guardians. I hate that name, by the way. I hate that name. With Cleveland coming up next weekend. All right. Until tomorrow night, we'll do it again. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And again, the final score today, the Rangers bounce back in a big way. They blow out the AL Best Blue Jays 10-4 with 4 home runs and a dominant start for Nathan Eovaldi. 10-4 the final. This has been the Rangers Postcast.